When you're out there shopping for the latest set of true wireless earbuds under 100 bucks, it is really easy to get confused considering the plethora of options that are now available online. My name is Jeff and I am here to help guide you through that process by testing out all of these earbuds, and this way you can make the right purchase the first time. So let's not waste any more time. Number 6. Yeah, I know. It's a top 5 list, right? Why is there a number 6? This is a runner up. This is the Oppo Enco W51. And the reason that they are being mentioned here is because of their exceptional sound quality. So I was very impressed with the sound quality of these guys, but unfortunately they did lack in the active noise cancellation and in the ambient sound and also in the controls. So that's one of the reasons why they didn't make the top 5, despite some of the best sound quality on this list. So if you are kind of checking those out, I was truly impressed by them, but they just weren't good enough to quite make this cut. So let's move on. Number 5 on this list is going to be the EarFun Free Pro. Now, these are featuring Bluetooth 5.2 along with AAC and SBC as their connection codecs. They also feature dual connect, so this is where you can use these earbuds independently while the other one is charging in its case. As far as lag or latency when you're watching video or playing games, it's going to be little to non-existent. But these also feature a low latency or quote unquote gaming mode, and this is going to further reduce that latency to really tighten things up. Comes in super handy if you're one of those people playing first person shooter games, PUBG, Fortnite, Call of Duty, things of that nature. They're really going to have you covered when it comes to that kind of stuff. As far as charging goes, these are using USB Type-C along with wireless charging, so you do have both options. For battery life, these earbuds are going to bring you 6 hours and 17 minutes with active noise cancellation turned on, and then 8 hours and 40 minutes with active noise cancellation turned off. Now, when it comes to the control scheme, these are using touch controls and they are almost full. The only thing that they are missing is reverse track. Seems like they just ran out of commands because of all the features. So you get volume control, you get skip forward, you get answer and phone call, play pause, you get active noise cancellation and low latency mode, but unfortunately, reverse track had to go. As far as water resistance, these come in at an IPX5 rating, so they're going to have you covered there. As far as build and comfort, these are one of the smallest earbuds on this list, and easily one of the smallest earbuds with noise cancellation on the market. So very comfortable, low profile, and pretty discreet, at least in my personal opinion. So now let's move over to the performance. When it comes to noise cancellation, this is decent. Not the best out there, and obviously this is one of the reasons that puts these in the number 5 spot. It could be stronger, but just by design, these are a bit on the weaker side when it comes to noise cancellation. Still better than many others on the market, but just not as strong as the others on this list. As far as volume, these are one of the loudest ones here, coming in at 8.5 out of 10, almost a 9, almost quite there. So very loud. Comfortable listening for me, 70 to 80%, maybe 85, but right around there. Now, when it comes to sound quality, this is where these truly shine and stand out amongst all of the others. Excellent sound. These bring that thump, that bass. They really shake. I'm really surprised at them. The mid-range is neutral, so it's not recessed, but it also isn't forward. And then they give you some nice clarity in the treble, so vocals come in nicely. You get some shimmer in the instrumentation if you're listening to rock or classical or anything of that nature. Really, really nice. And it's not overly shrill. It's not going to be piercing, nothing along those lines. So very, very good. Now, the reason that they didn't move up further in this list, firstly, is going to be because of the weak ambient sound. It is very low volume. It sounds quite muffled. So that was a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. And that's kind of what's keeping them down. Secondly, not a deal breaker for me, but a deal breaker for many others, is the lack of app support. So there is no companion app. So there is no adjusting the EQ. There is no changing the controls, nothing like that. Hopefully EarFun will be coming out with an app soon, but unfortunately, as of the making of this video, there is no app support. Now, before we move into the next section, if you're interested in any of the earbuds or products that I talk about in this video, check out the links in the description box right down below. And you're also going to find the full disclosure down there as far as how I receive and review all of these products, if you're interested in checking that out. Now, in the number 4 spot, we've got the Tronsmart Apollo Bold. These are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 along with AAC SBC, and Qualcomm's aptX as their connection codecs. Now, much like all of the others on this list, these are also featuring dual connect, so you can use them independently while the other is charging in its case. When it comes to lag or latency when watching video or playing games, it is minimal to non-existent, and that is one of the benefits of having aptX as one of the connection codecs. Now, when it comes to charging, you can use USB Type-C with these guys. As far as battery life is concerned, these are going to give you 5 hours and 9 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, along with 7 hours and 52 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. When it comes to controls, they are giving you full controls over everything. So you've got volume, skip track, play pause, answer in phone calls, ambient sound, active noise cancellation. All of it is there. As far as build, these are actually a pretty high quality build. Now the case feels a little on the cheap side, but the earbuds themselves actually feel pretty good. Now they are a bit on the bulky side, so if you're somebody who has very small ears, you most definitely are going to want to avoid these. But aside from that, they actually fit me pretty well, but I do have large ears. And then when it comes to water resistance, these are going to give you an IP45 rating. So not the best out there, but still not bad. Now let's talk performance. Ambient sound on these is one of the best on this list. Very natural, not a ton of processing, good volume to it as well. So one of the better ones here. When it comes to noise cancellation, it is very good. Not as strong as the others on this list, but still strong enough for almost anyone out there, and it does an excellent job. As far as volume, these are going to be one of the louder ones on this list, coming in at an 8.5 out of 10. So no slouch when it comes to volume. These get nice and loud. Now, when it comes to sound quality, this is going to be a very specific sound for a specific kind of listener. So if you are a bass head, somebody who wants that extra bass, that thump, that booty shaking bass, these are going to bring that for you. If you're somebody who wants that more balanced sound with the treble clarity, don't get these. These are not for you. But for everybody else, this is going to be fine. For all the people that want that extra bass, this is for you. These are definitely a bass head set of True Wireless earbuds, 100%. So strong bass, lots of punch, lots of rumble. The mid-range is for sure recessed, and then they give you a little bit of that treble bump to give you some clarity to it. But overall, it's just straight up V-shaped and lots of bass. Now, what kept them from moving up further in this list is obviously the lack of EQ tuning, where it's just totally bass heavy. If you're into that sound, then it's not an issue. For me personally, I prefer something with a little bit more mid-range, so that's why it's kind of not for me. Secondly, their app. Now, Tronsmart has an app, but it needs some work. The only thing it really does well is giving you the ability to change some of those controls and doing firmware updates. They do give you 5 EQ presets, but to be completely honest, those 5 presets just suck. Like I don't want to like mince words. They're just not good. So either way, no matter which setting you pick, you still get too much bass. Here's the thing. If you're going to give us an app, please give us a graphic equalizer. Give us the ability to really make those adjustments ourselves, and that way these can truly shine. Now, before we move into the next section, I do have a question for you. What is most important to you when it comes to a set of True Wireless earbud? What's the most important feature? For some people, it's going to be the sound quality. For others, the noise canceling. For others, the battery life. For some people, it's going to be comfort, or maybe a combination thereof. Let me know in the comment section, what is more important to you? Let's have a conversation down there. Now, in third place, we've got the JLAB Epic Air ANC. Now, if you had seen my previous top 5 ANC under 100 video from September of 2020, these were in the number 1 spot. Now, they are in the number 3 spot because we have got some heavy hitters coming in on this list. As far as these go, these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 along with AAC and SBC. Like all the others on this list, they also feature dual connect along with minimal to no latency when watching videos or movies or anything like that. These also feature a low latency or gaming mode, so if you're playing first-person shooters and you want to tighten up that latency, they've also got you covered when it comes to that. As far as charging these, they have their own USB-A cable that you would plug into a power bank, into a wall charger, into a USB port on your laptop or computer in order to charge this case. But they also feature wireless charging. So if you have a wireless charging power bank or a wireless charging pad on your desk, you can set them on that and it will charge them up. As far as battery life for the earbuds themselves, this is pretty impressive. So with a single charge, these are going to give you 8 hours and 7 minutes with noise cancellation turned on. And then they're also bringing you 13 hours and 52 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. So truly impressive and easily the best battery life out of all of the earbuds on this list. Now, when it comes to their control scheme, they're going to give you full controls over everything, and I do mean everything. And those touch controls can be deactivated within the app. Now, when it comes to the build and the comfort, these are a little bit larger than some of the other earbuds on here. So if you have small ears, you might want to be staying away from these. As far as the water resistance, these do bring you an IP55, water and dust resistant, so pretty good when it comes to that. Now let's talk performance. As far as the ambient sound, it is decent. It could be better. It still brings a bit of that white noise, but one of the reasons that it gets extra points and extra kudos is because of the JLAB app, and that gives you the ability to adjust the strength of that ambient sound so you can really dial it in to your own personal taste. For me personally, I like to slide that slider right about halfway, and that makes the ambient sound much more tolerable. When it comes to active noise cancellation, these are very strong, especially if you have the active noise cancellation turned up to max. It is very, very good. And one of the things I really like about it is it doesn't just kick on immediately. It's one of those ones when you activate the noise cancellation, it slowly immerses you into the ANC and just kind of builds up. It like ramps up to full strength. I think it's kind of cool, at least just for me personally. Now, when it comes to volume, these are coming in at an 8.5, almost a 9 out of 10. So very loud, one of the loudest ones on this list. And these are easily the loudest set of True Wireless earbuds on JLAB's lineup. Louder than the Airs, louder than the Icons. So these are the ones. If you didn't find enough volume with the previous models, the Epics will have you covered. When it comes to the sound quality, it is good. It comes with the JLAB signature sound, bass boosted, treble boosted, so kind of bouncy, but not the best sound out there. But with JLAB's app, you can make your own custom preset EQs if the built-in ones don't work for you. So you do get that granular control. They give you that graphic equalizer. So it does work pretty well, and it is responsive to those EQs. Now, as far as the app is concerned, overall, the app has been working very well for me. I recently had an app update ready to go for these earbuds. I went ahead and updated them prior to testing and making this video, and everything went through perfectly. The app gives you control over the strength of active noise cancellation and ambient mode, along with the full graphic equalizer, and it gives you the ability to change the touch controls along with turning them off completely. So overall, the app is simple, but it is effective, and it works on both iOS and Android. So they do have you covered. Now, in the number 2 spot, and really surprised me here, are the SoundPeats T2 ANC. So these are featuring Bluetooth 5.1 along with AAC and SBC as their connection codecs. Just like all the others on this list, they are featuring dual connect along with minimal lag and latency when watching videos. Now, when it comes to gaming, unfortunately, there is no low latency mode. So if you are a competitive gamer, you may have to look elsewhere. But if you're just playing casual games, kind of like me, where I'm playing Asphalt 9 or 1945, things like that, not going to be an issue. When it comes to charging, these are bringing you USB Type-C. As far as battery life of the earbuds themselves, they're going to give you 6 hours, 48 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, along with 9 hours and 4 minutes with that noise cancellation turned off. Now, when it comes to the control scheme, these are using touch control, but similar to the EarFun Free Pro, there is no reverse track. You get to control everything else, but no reverse track. And then when it comes to the build quality, so this is what's to be expected from a set of budget True Wireless earbuds. I'm not going to say they feel cheap, but they just don't feel the most refined out of all of the earbuds on this list. But thankfully, they make up for it with sheer performance. As far as the water resistance, these are going to bring you an IPX6 rating, so they will have you covered for that. Now let's talk performance. So as far as the ambient sound, this is one of the best ones on this list. It is nice and loud. It comes in very clear, but it isn't all white noise. It picks up your surroundings well. It picks up people's voices well. You can hold conversations. So truly impressive. When it comes to noise cancellation, once again, one of the strongest ones on this list. I was actually surprised that it beat out the JLABs for active noise cancellation. Truly surprising. So they really brought the heat with that. I am very impressed. When it comes to volume, these came in at an 8 out of 10. So overall, not bad, more than loud enough for me. So they are very good when it comes to that. And then sound quality. These are bringing you what we expect from SoundPeats. That bouncy, that strong, punchy bass, nice rumble to it, good mids, not recessed, also not, forward, just neutral. So very, very good. And they give you that bit of treble, give you some vocal clarity, and they even give you a bit of stage, almost like the sound is a bit more wide, maybe almost more three-dimensional. So very impressive. SoundPeats continues to impress when it comes to the sound quality for the budget market. And once again, here, they do not disappoint. Now, the only thing that didn't keep them from moving forward on this list, or possibly moving higher on this list, is the fact that these don't have any sort of app support. Now, I am aware that SoundPeats has an app on iOS that is compatible with my SoundPeats H1, but for the SoundPeats T2, it would not connect to the app whatsoever. So as far as I know, there's still no app support. Hopefully SoundPeats will get it together and fix this app, but as of the making of this video, these were not supported in that SoundPeats app, and I didn't see anything available on the Android side. So now, last but not least, we've come to the #1 earbud with noise canceling under $100. And on this list, it's going to be the Soundcore Life A2 NC, also known as the Soundcore Life A2 NC. Aside from the name difference, there's only one main difference between these two models, and that is that the Life A2 NC has 4 mics, where the Life A2 NC has 6. It's the only physical difference that I've been able to find. So far, that's pretty much it. But let's get into it. So these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 along with AAC and SBC as their connection codecs. Now, they also feature dual connect, much like all the others on this list, so you can use these independently. Now, when it comes to lag or latency, it is minimal to non-existent when you're going to be playing casual games or just watching videos on YouTube or Netflix. The only time you're going to feel it is if you're playing high-performance first-person shooter games. You're going to kind of feel it there. But if you're really hardcore about that, you may want to look somewhere else. As far as charging, these do feature USB Type-C. When it comes to battery performance, these are going to give you 5 hours and 22 minutes with noise cancellation turned on their maximum setting, along with 6 hours and 31 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. Now, when it comes to the controls, these do feature touch control and they are programmable. So in the app, you can change the controls for the long press and for the double tap, and you can sort of make them what you want it to be. Now, where I do have to knock off some points here, and hopefully Soundcore is listening, there is no single tap and there is no triple tap. Now, I can understand not giving us a single tap because sometimes we can have accidental touches. I get it. But please, if you're not going to give a single, give us triple tap. Give us those additional command options so we can add further functionality to an otherwise awesome set of earbuds. Do me the favor, do your customer base a favor, and add that triple tap via a firmware update, please. Hopefully it can't be that difficult. Now, as far as build and comfort, these are one of the most comfortable earbuds on this whole list. You select the right ear tips, you also can adjust the wingtips on them that really holds them nice and snug in place. Once you pop them in, they're not going anywhere. Super comfortable, no ear fatigue or anything like that. With build quality, it's what I expect from Soundcore. Top-notch materials, top-notch finish. And they definitely feel like a much more expensive earbud when it comes to the earbuds themselves. The case itself could be better, but considering the low price tag, I really can't complain. As far as water resistance, these are also bringing you an IPX5 rating, so they're going to have you covered as far as workouts and things of that nature, but I wouldn't shower in them and I definitely wouldn't dunk them underwater. So as far as performance, the ambient sound. So these are featuring a dual mode ambient sound. One of them being a full ambient where it's going to pull in all of the noise around you. And the other one is going to be a vocal focused ambient mode where it's going to focus on people's voices while reducing some of the external ambient noise. Excellent. And you can hear the difference between the two. It is highly impressive. Then when it comes to the active noise cancellation, absolutely impressive. 3 modes, you get indoor, you get outdoor, and you get transport. And you can hear the difference between the 3, with indoor being the strongest one. Highly impressive and better than all of the rest on this list. They've also improved what I felt was a low volume problem. There is no low volume issue here now. These are bringing you like an 8.5 to a 9 on the volume level. So definitely a noticeable improvement in the overall volume of these earbuds, on top of noise cancellation improvements, on top of ambient sound and microphone and call quality improvements, also volume improvements. So truly impressive. Then when it comes to sound quality, this is where they really stood out amongst all of the others. Even straight out of the box, the sound quality is noticeably better than the other earbuds. But then you have the Soundcore app, where you have the 22 preset EQs, and then all of those EQs can be adjusted in a graphic EQ to really adjust that sound to your personal taste. The app is what takes these earbuds to the next level. Even if you don't use it, these are still impressive. But having the ability to make all those adjustments, not just the touch controls, all the different controls for the ambient sound and for the ANC, but that full graphic EQ, that's what puts these over the top and into the #1 position. It really cements them there in that #1 spot. Now, before we get into the call quality samples, let me just say this. This isn't just a random set of 5 earbuds that I threw up on this list where you have to buy the #1 in order to get the best. Any of these 5 are going to have you covered. You just have to figure out which of the little tidbits here and there that you can live with. As far as the testing and overall process, it's actually a set of 20 True Wireless earbuds that I knocked down to 10 that I then knocked down to 5. So a lot of testing goes into this. It's a lot of earbuds. It takes a long time to do, but this is how I came up on this list. This is not a random list of 5. These are literally the top 5 out of a list of 20. So please, any of these earbuds you pick up, you're going to be happy with. You don't have to get the #1 to get the best, because all of these are excellent. They just have their own strengths and weaknesses and nuances. So now let's get into the call quality test. And here we're going to do them back to back, both indoors and outdoors. And this way you can hear which one is going to work best for you.
All right, and here we have the EarFun Free Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Outdoors once again. A little bit breezy. The wind may be dying down in the middle of this test, but here we are. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the call quality test for the Tronsmart Apollo Bold. So testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Obviously we're outdoors. It's a bit breezy today, but nothing too crazy. So outdoor call quality test for the Tronsmart Apollo Bold. And here we have the JLAB Epic Air ANC. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Outdoors once again, pretty windy day. So as I said before, this should be a good test. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the SoundPeats T2. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously outdoors once again, a little bit breezy today, a little bit of background noise, nothing too crazy. So once again, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soundcore Life A2 NC. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously outdoors, pretty windy today, but this should be a good test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the EarFun Free Pro. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Indoor call quality test for the EarFun Free Pro. And here we have the call quality test indoors for the Tronsmart Apollo Bold. So testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Indoor call quality test for the Tronsmart Apollo Bold. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the JLAB Epic Air ANC indoors. So testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. JLAB Epic Air indoors. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the SoundPeats T2 indoors. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Indoor call quality test for the SoundPeats T2. Here we have the Soundcore Life A2 NC. So testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Indoor call quality test for the Soundcore Life A2 NC.
Now, with all of that out of the way, if you're interested in watching some more videos like this, check out the videos I'm going to leave right up here on the screen. With all that said, I'm out. Peace.